As I'm recording this, it is April 7th, 2026, and there's a literal countdown clock running on the stock market right now. President Trump has given a deadline for 8 p.m. tonight for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or he has threatened to destroy their bridges, power plants, entire infrastructure. He posted on Truth Social that a whole entire civilization will die tonight. News of that has affected the market. The Dow Jones is down 400 points. The Nasdaq is down 1%. The S&P 500 is down 1.3%. And I know what you're thinking right now. If you're opening up your brokerage account, your Robinhood account, and you're looking at your 401k and you're seeing some red, a lot of red, and you're thinking, what should I do right now? Well, let's talk about what you should do and what you should not do, because the difference between a smart money move and a panic money move could cost you tens of thousands of dollars over the next few decades. Let's get into it. Stay with me. This is Journey to the Bag. Allow me to give you some facts without the drama, since the news is already doing a pretty good job of giving you the drama. Since late February, the U.S. and Israel have been conducting strikes against Iran, military strikes, and Iran's response to this is to close the Strait of Hormuz. It's a narrow waterway that carries 20% of the world's oil supply, and they've kept it closed. Now here's why it matters to your bag. When the oil supply gets choked off, then the oil prices go up. And when the oil prices goes up, everything goes up. Gas prices, groceries, manufacturing, shipping, and that leads to inflation. And when inflation is high, then the Fed can't cut interest rates. And when they can't cut interest rates, then borrowing gets more expensive, corporate earnings get squeezed, and the stocks dry up. And that is why your 401k is hurting right now. Today specifically, Trump gave an 8 p.m. deadline tonight for Iran to make a deal, or else he's going to start bombing bridges and power plants all over Iran. Iran has rejected the 45-day ceasefire. They don't want to do any more negotiations. They want everything to come to a full stop. They want a full stop to this war with guarantees. And on top of that, the U.S. decides to bomb Karg Island, which is Iran's biggest oil export hub. And Iran, they bombed a Saudi petrochemical plant overnight. OPEC production is down 25%. This is the biggest monthly drop in 30 years. The EIA, the U.S. Energy Information Administration, has already forecasted that gas prices are going to hit $4.30 a gallon. Some states are already well above that. We see that the market is reacting in real time. Okay, market reality check, because this is where a lot of people are getting it wrong. According to Wall Street, they're not panicking right now. The United Bank of Switzerland has lowered their target for the S&P 500, but they still have it projected at 7,500 points, which is 13% higher than what we're seeing this week. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley have said that their growth expectations haven't really changed drastically, even with all the craziness that's happening. And get this, according to Vital Knowledge, a Wall Street research firm, they're saying that Trump has to figure something out. He has to either bow out gracefully or come up with some kind of de-escalation plan, because they don't see anything being achieved at this point. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Everything that they set out to do strategically has already been done, so there's no point in pushing this any further. So smart money on Wall Street is not expecting a collapse. Quite the opposite. They're looking at historical data and saying that after every conflict, big or small, the stock market has rebounded. So they're expecting growth even after all of this dust has settled. Wars are terrible for people, so we shouldn't even started this to begin with. But if you're worried about your money, I wouldn't, because when the smoke clears, the dust settles, things should recover. So what does this mean for your accounts? Well, let's look at some scenarios. If you're only 5 years away from retirement, you don't need to do anything. Don't pull your money out. Don't stop contributing because you're going to miss out on the rebound. You don't want to lock in your losses by selling or pulling money out. Just let it ride. If you're in your 20s and 30s, I said in the last video, now might be an opportunity. Everything is down. The Mag 7, yeah, Google, Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, all of these down. The lowest points that they have been in over a year. You might want to put some money in. Or go the index route, VOO, VTI, put some money into these index funds and ride the wave up. QQQ is another one I mentioned in the last video. Energy stocks are going up right now. The war has caused oil prices to go up. Energy stocks are going up. Defense stocks are going up. So there's some opportunity there. If you want to put money into Lockheed Martin, Palantir, if you want to look at energy companies, might be some growth there. So what happens if they reach a deal? Well, if they agree to some kind of deal or ceasefire tonight, expect the market to jump. And I'm thinking that a lot of people are expecting the market to jump and they're going to make some money. This is market manipulation. Scenario number 2, and this is the more likely scenario, Trump won't do anything when the deadline passes. He's all bark, no bite, and there'll be some volatility, but mostly everything should remain unchanged. Just keep moving as you were. Scenario number 3, and this is the worst case scenario. Let's say that he goes through with it, bombs power plants, bridges, commits war crimes. The market will react. Oil prices will go up like crazy. The market is going to drop. Make sure that you have your emergency fund and you're not over leveraged. You don't want to have margin calls or anything like that going on. No matter which scenario actually happens though, don't sell anything. Hold tight. Just keep putting money in regularly. If you dollar cost averaging, put money in regularly and just wait for everything to recover. Let's get practical. Go through the checklist of smart money moves. I mentioned in the last video, but you want 3 to 6 month emergency funds. So when things are down, you have some money to fall back on. If you're doing a 401k, keep making your contributions. Get that match. That's free money. An IRA, you can put up to $7,500 into that every year. I said $7,000, but they actually updated it to $7,500 every year. Automatically put contributions into that after you got your emergency fund, because in a down market, your money goes a little bit further. You can buy more shares with less. Invest in index funds. I mentioned some funds that you can look at in my last video. And watch the gas pump. Don't let it rob you because gas is going to get high. I get it. Today is a heavy day. It's a lot of noise, a lot of drama, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of red on your account. But these are L's on paper. These are unrealized losses. Don't panic. Don't sell anything. Keep putting money in automatically, dollar cost average. Don't over leverage, and make sure you have emergencies planned for. Think about the long term, because once the dust clears, this should recover. Drop a comment. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what your accounts are looking like right now. Like the video. Share the video. Subscribe. Remember, the world is yours. And as always, catch you on the next one. Peace.